Right, well, today is a bit different because normally I'm working on old scrappers from 1980s. This is a 2018 TRS 300RR, which this is my weekend rider. We have a lot of fun on this. I've thrown it all over the place, given it some serious abuse, and it just keeps on ticking. But there's a few problems I've had with it. For instance, it's had 3 sets of main bearings. Well, no, correction. It will be having its 3rd set of main bearings because they've gone again. So it's had 2 and they've gone. So I'll let you listen to that in a sec. But it's got a bit of a misfire and occasionally it won't start. So I'm going to do a bit of investigating and try and figure out what it is. I think I've got a clue what it is because there's something common that goes on these quite a lot. This is not something that we do a lot, work on this type of bike. And in the past when I have done it, it's not been very popular. So if you do like this kind of stuff, leave us a comment if you want to see more, because we do work on these things all the time. This is what we just do on a week-to-week basis. And then the other stuff is more projects. But yeah, just let us know, because if you don't like it, we'll not bother doing it. It does take a lot of work to do this kind of stuff. And when I start videoing and filming things, it takes twice as long to complete the work because I'm filming. And then obviously I've got 18 hours to edit all the videos and put it all together. So if you're not bothered, we'll not do it. So just leave us a comment and say, yes, yeah, we want to see it, yeah. Well, until then, let's crack on with it. I'm going to do a bit of maintenance because there's a few things I've noticed on this bike. So the sump plate, one of the screws has dropped out and the other one is on its way out. Ooh, I can see something else down there. That looks like a leak. And it's red. See a little drip there? So that could be a bit of oil from crankcase. I've had a quick look. Let me just take you back around there. I've had a quick look at the flywheel because the Woodruff key, I've had a bit of a problem with the Woodruff key on this. So I've got a replacement crank for it when it eventually does let go. These graphics we got from a great place. They've actually, because the tank's porous, they've actually got bubbles now. When they first went on, they all looked like this. They were all perfect. If you want to see that video, I'll put you a link in the description to us fitting these stickers. Right, let's investigate what's wrong with it and try and find out why it's misfiring. Right, I can't find my tester. Take the plug out because it's always easier to spin engine over. Plugs out. Right, definitely no spark. I'll leave that where it is. Let's see if we can disconnect the lead from the pulse generator up to the coil. No, I can't. That's a pain to get to, so I've just had to take off the coil so I can get to the lead for the pulse generator. Simple enough now, just to see if you've got anything coming from pulse generator. You just stick a multimeter on it, kick it over. Yeah, so we got something. Doesn't really matter what you put it on. I'll put it on volts there, but it just showed you on the auto range that it was going up. So we're definitely getting something from the pulse generator, which can only leave the coil or CDI. That CDI is a common fault on this. Unfortunately, there's no way of testing it. But fortunately for me, my lad's got the same bike. He's got the 2019 250 model. So the CDI will just fit straight on it. So I think what I'm going to do is just try the CDI on it. Rather than, there's ways of testing the coil. Yeah, so to test the coil, what you do is you stick the multimeter on it and you measure the resistance. And then you look in the book for the resistance, and as long as the coil reads that resistance and that amount of ohms, then it's okay. But we're not going to do that. I'm just going to try the CDI unit. You could not be in better hands. Try to accept that when it comes down to love you. You please yourself, it's all. Right. So this is the ignition CDI. And what you do is just reach up. There's a tab on the back of it. Press the tab in and give it a pull. It comes dead easy. Now that number there is the tag for the CDI. Now they're the same on loads and loads of different bikes. I know gasgas is the same. Just look for that number and you'll find they're all the same CDI. So if you know someone who's got a second-hand one that's off a gasgas, it will fit. But they're 180 quid if you can find one at the right price. They go up to like 250, I'm not sure. I think there's another one that's got, it's for a 2 spark. It sparks twice, so there's like kind of a wasted spark on it. I don't know, I understand how that would work because it's only a 2-stroke, so it fires at the top of every stroke. Don't understand that, but anyway. Here's the one I've just nicked off my son's bike. Plug that bad boy back in. Right, now we should have a spark. Bit of sparklage. Yep, instantly we've got a spark. Right, if you see that, super sparklage. Get a bit closer. I guess that means that that was definitely the issue. So let's get that whack back in. There's a piece of Velcro that holds this in place. But I swear, if you can get this in place and tight, you could paint the stairs through letterbox. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, it can just sit there for the time being. It's got to come back out again anyway because it's not my CDI. But for the purpose of diagnosis, let's whack it in. Start it up and listen to them awful main bearings. We're all good. Oh, first kick, baby. I don't know if you can hear that, if it's coming through or not. But that high pitch, like a dry bearing kind of noise, that's the main. So if you want to see us, that's definitely fixed it. Right. So that's diagnosed then. It's definitely CDI that's problem. And to be fair, that's the best way of diagnosing CDI because there's no way of taking it off and actually testing it with your tester. So you're best off borrowing one, whacking it on if you've got any mates who's got the same bike. Would you like to see us change these main bearings? Obviously it's engine out, strip it, crank out. There's going to be a lot of other stuff while we're in there. I'll probably have to change piston because this is original piston that I bought it bike with in 2018. So just let us know. If you want to see us strip this down, rebuild it with all new parts, let me know. If you're not interested in trials bikes, just let me know that too. I know a lot of our viewers, a lot of our subscribers like the older stuff, and I like the older stuff as well. I'm into the older stuff, and I think it's more exciting to watch, but some people do like watching trials bike stuff as well. So let me know. So at time being, let me go and splash some cash and get one of these CDIs ordered. This website is mint, absolutely mint to use. I've used it a few times now. Just click on your parts and go and find your bike. 2018 TRS RR, there you go. And that covers 250 and 300. So what I'm going to need is, I need a few parts, but mag stator cover. Right, so the gasket is there. That's number 05, so we'll have one of them in the basket. 05 gasket ignition cover, add to cart. Right, and come back off that. Electrical. Right, just find the bit that you want. Here it is. That's number 07 in the tab. 07 CDI black. Partial stock, oh god. Right, that's two things in the basket. Right, let's go check. Yeah, so let's check out. Right, it's been a couple of days since I ordered my CDI unit from Saunders Extreme, and when I ordered it, it said limited stock, and I've not got. He's not sent it out yet. I've not had a dispatch notice, so I'm getting a bit afraid that it wasn't going to be here for weekend because we want to ride on Saturday. So I've took mine out, and I phoned up Jordan at Rev Shed Moto, and Jordan went, "I'll have a look in my box, mate, see if I've got any spares." And he came back with one off of gasgas. So I said I'd try it, but it's like I said to you, this company is called Hydria, and all of these are the same. On all trials bikes, all of them are the same. So that one's off gasgas, actually got a gasgas sticker on it, and it's exactly the same. Even part number is exactly the same. So 5016 there. 754, it's a bit rubbed out there, but basically it's exactly the same part number. So let's bang this gasgas unit on it. Right, just slam tank back on. Just to see if it fires up. Tank on, choke on. Perfect. So, no misfire, nothing. So at least I can ride this weekend. And that CDI, because it was second hand, they let me have it a bit cheaper. But yeah, ace. So let's get the bike rebuilt. My front brake, I've just realised, is just binding a little bit. So I'm going to whip the pads out, free them up. I'm going to be riding this weekend. I'm trying to figure out whether I've just modified my bike or made it worse. It's got gasgas parts on it now. What's best, gasgas or TRS? Leave us a comment on that. These tanks, they are made of something that is not in agreement with ether in fuel. Sorry, I didn't mean ether. They don't agree with the ethanol in the fuel. And nowadays we've got more and more ethanol in it. Even in the super stuff, there's more ethanol in than there used to be. And what happens is when you go to refit the tank, if you've had it off for any amount of time, the tank literally expands. There you go. Yeah, just to show you, that's how the tank should be. Look how far it's come down. It's moved. It doesn't actually sit flush to the frame anymore. Bizarre. Future's bright. It's my belief that ethanol is put in fuel not just as a fuel replacement. I know it's made from vegetables and things like that, but I believe it's to make older bikes and cars more difficult to maintain, so that you'll give them up and move on to more modern stuff, electric and things like that. I might be wrong, but that's my belief. Three Ugga-Duggers and 3 Ugga-Duggers, perfect torque. Torqued to spec. pad wear. Do we give them a little clean up? They seem kind of, oh hang on, yeah. They're a little bit tight in caliper. But let's give them a little clean up. Disc's alright. Bit rumbly bearing. Yeah, I think we've got a bit of, yeah, there's a bit of sideways plaint bearing. I put my finger on it down there. Yeah, I can definitely feel that. Yeah, it's not an emergency. We can ride this weekend on it, but I'll definitely get some of them bearings ordered for the front. Getting these pads out can be a bit awkward at best of times, but if you've got a bit of a sticking piston and the piston doesn't want to go back, it gets worse because you have to push the pistons back for this to come past this raised edge, and that's how the kind of actual pad is held in place by that little raised edge there. So you push them in, then they slot into position. So whenever they're on the disc, they can't come free. But as soon as you take it off and push it over like that, they can just come straight out. There you go. Alright, that's perfect. I'm not sure if that's going to come out. More than likely it won't. But all pistons are moving at the same time and at the same distance. Pads look okay. They're not wedging, they're not wearing on one side. Nice and clean. The brake felt really good apart from binding on a little bit, but I think what it was, I think the brake pads have been just a little bit seized up on the edges there. That's the part where they fit in, just there, that little curve. I think that's just got a bit of dirt in there, no lubrication, and yeah, stopped. So let's clean them up. One in. Now, I'm going to have to clean that again now because I've got a bit of copper slip on the surface of the pad, which is never good. Really important on this one because it's a spring that separates the actual brake pads. There we go. In there we go. Really important you get these bolts in the right way around, because if not, that bolt will go all the way through your fork and push straight into your brake disc. And then you tighten it up, brake disc dead. Right, so leave it a little pull. Perfect. Right. No more binding, no more noise. Right.
At home after drinking a waiting rum and coke, and as she turned the key, came open the door and spoke. I've been waiting for you to come home to get your pretty little arse over to the bedroom. The boys arrive at last with ease. Hash and new sex, sexual heights to be there. Discovered fast and Sally starts to think that this ain't a scene with no underwear can bear between her legs. You'll find this love. Raise the cups of time, damn twist, oh yeah. Bound to blow your mind. And then things start to get out of control. Kim's going crazy, rampaging. Says this game is only ending when I say so. Disappears to the kitchen. Returns with a cold plate and says, my dear, my dear, my dear.
So that's it. 2018 TRS 300RR maintained, ready for weekend. We're out on Saturday. There's a big gaggle of us going out on Saturday. We're going to have some fun and I'm going to try and break it all over again, so I've got more content to make for you next week. I want to thank Jordan from RevShed Moto, not because he's a sponsor, just because he's a really good guy. Just do me a favour, just go to his Instagram account, RevShed Moto, just give him a follow and follow all his content and tell him I sent you. Superb bloke. Thank you again, Jordan, for everything you do for me. And if you don't subscribe to us already, make sure you subscribe. People who are subscribed, you'll already know what projects we've got going on. We've got a Suzuki Katana 750 that I'm rebuilding from nothing. It's been stood for 30, 35, 34 years. We're going to get that riding, MOT'd, and we're going to do a trip on it. So don't miss that. So subscribe to the channel right now. Also, if you like this, please hit like on it. I really need you to hit like on it. If I get 500 likes on this, we'll do some more Trials Bike content, but I need 500 likes off you people. 500 is not a lot to ask. If you just drop down now, click, thank you, or leave us a comment if you like. If you don't like it, still leave us a comment, and then I will know not to do it in future. But Trials Bikes, they're my thing, they're my passion. It's what I was born riding. Literally at 4 years old, I was out riding, and I was just brought into Trials Bikes. I didn't have a choice. I was named after Barry Sheen. My dad was an absolute bike nut. What else could I do but this? This is my passion. Like, comment, subscribe, all that rubbish, and we'll see you on the next one. We've got other projects as well going on at the moment, so we'll link them both here.